As our fashion world evolves, we can't overlook the role of fashion influencers who have influenced our fashion world one way or the other. Today on our show, we'll be talking to a fashion entrepreneur, Ifunaya Igobi, the CEO of Wexter Design, a fashion house located in Lagos, Nigeria. This is Fashion and Trend on Flip TV. I am your host, Marilyn. Stay with us. So today guys, we'll be talking to a fashion entrepreneur in this fashion line. Who is this I'm talking about? We're talking to the CEO of Rex Designs, and yes, she is Ifunaya Igobi. Nice to meet you.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure.
Wow, it's so great to be here.
Yeah, thank you.
Can you tell us a little about yourself?
Okay, my name is Ifunaya Igobi. I'm from Anambra State, Iyala local government. I'm a fashion designer, graduate of UNILAG, studied sociology, and I'm an SBT Queen, a two-time SBT Queen, an ambassador as well for Pan Africa. That was in 2015. I don't know. Can I call myself an activist? Yeah. Probably I'll talk about that one later. Okay. But then I want to be more professionally an activist where I can fight for human rights, especially for girls, young girls. Yeah.
Okay, so you studied sociology in the University of Lagos.
Yes.
So why fashion?
Fashion is just I don't know, it's just my thing. I feel like fashion is my life. And you know, there's this saying that says it's not what you go to school to study that at the end of the day you become. So I've always loved fashion, anything interior designing, I love it. Anything creative designing, I'm in for it. So fashion has always been my thing. So probably, social work, sociology, an activist, that's where it comes in. So I think that's where I want to work.
So when did you start being a fashion designer?
I think I started inside my mother's stomach.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, take us down
inside
the
stomach.
memory lane.
I started officially 2015, yeah, I think. So it's been good all the time. It started as, I think I was just this type, like I love cutting whatever I see. I like to destroy and recreate. This is when I was so little. I'm this type of person that probably buy a t-shirt album and I like it, I'll just wait for it to wear like twice and see it again.
Wow.
Yeah. Then probably after like 6 months, you see your t-shirt but in another form.
Wow.
In another look on my body.
Wow.
So that was just me. So I've been like that since when I was little. Everybody knows if you're looking for a very good material, a good clothes, it's me. Wow. Something like that. So it has always been me. I just love I don't know. At that time, I was thinking probably I needed to go to church for deliverance because I couldn't stop. Yes, wow. I couldn't stop. But then, with time, I started realizing that probably it was just a thing that I really wanted to do, and I focused more on it. I took myself to a fashion school and learned more about it, and like they say, practice makes perfect. The more I began to practice, even right now, I think I'm still a work in progress. So that was just how it started.
So was your mom also a fashion designer, or was it a blood thing, or you just decided to do this?
There is no fashion designer in the family. I think I'm the first.
Wow.
But then I also have relatives that they are so like, I want to be like, they want to be a fashion designer. So probably it's a thing of the blood, I don't know. But I was just the first because I really started very, very young age. Like I said, inside my mother's stomach. I think that was where it started. So
Okay. Let's talk about it. What does fashion means to you? Like if you want to define fashion personally, what will you say it means to you?
I feel like fashion is my life.
Wow.
Like I love fashion. Everything about fashion is me, but I'm just simple-minded. Simplicity is my taste.
Okay.
There are people where craziness is their taste. Okay. For me, simplicity is my taste. So fashion for me is like everything. I breathe in fashion. I breathe out fashion. And there's nothing that makes me more happy when I see somebody rocking something that I wear. I'm like, everybody's like, wow.
Who made this?
Yeah, so there's nothing that makes me more happy than that. Glamorous. So fashion is just like is everything for me.
For you.
Yeah.
Okay, let's dive a bit. You said you're a two-time beauty queen.
Yeah.
Does this in any way have influence on your fashion?
It did. I was Miss
Okay.
Fashion Nigeria 2014.
Wow.
So I think that was what kicked the stuff. I just was like, okay, everybody kept on calling me, you're a model, you're a model. I think then I was like a size 6, very slim. And anytime I walk like a model, so then I went for my first pageant, I won. Then I went for the second one. The first one I went for was in 2014. Then I went for the second one, Face of Jimas. And afterwards, I also went for Most Beautiful Girl in Lagos. That was in 2015. I was among the 5 finalists.
Wow.
Okay, yeah, thank you. So, after I won, what really kicked it out was, at that point of time, I was way too little and there was no funds. Like, people just think that you wake up and everything, you just get everything. No, I was way too little and there was no funds. The only thing I had were clothes. And I was like, God, what can you do about this clothes? Like, can you wear something that when you come out, I was given a creative costume. And instead of me to do a very super creative costume, I did something like a nigger. So when all girls were looking girly, I was looking niggerlicious, and use that word. So I was doing something creative with the fact that I was trying to look like a nigger. I was walking like a nigger. So there was a standing ovation, and my dresses itself, I worked with a dress that looked like a wedding dress for a dinner gown, but then it was me looking at it, you know, like this is a dinner gown, but this was more like a wedding dress for a dinner gown. So that was the point. So I think when I was done, I was not like, okay, yeah, I want to go and like I did some pet projects. Then I was like, okay, what best can I give to people that I know that I have? I decided to give out what best I could give. That was clothing. Yeah, I started giving out clothing, and the reaction that I got from people, because I felt like I could pick up stuff and destroy and scatter and recreate or whatever. So I felt like, and people really did appreciate those things that I did. So when I saw that, I was like, for crying out loud, I think God is calling me. This is a living. So that was just it. That was how I started.
So we could say fashion is just like an hobby you monetized, something like that.
Is it a hobby? Yeah, it is. Like, it's my life. I think if you try to tell me you don't want to be a fashion designer, just in fact that you don't want me to be happy anymore, like I'll start crying.
So that means if you're not doing fashion designing, then you're not doing nothing.
Why would I not do anything? What? I'm an entrepreneur. God. Oh, like, I'm also an interior designer.
Okay.
Yeah. So I said I also want to be an activist. For crying out loud, yes, I'm going to fight for human rights. But then I think I should be expecting appreciation, monetary appreciation for me too. So in the nearest future, I think I also want to be a lawyer.
A lawyer.
Yeah.
Okay, now looking at your customers, when they come in here that, okay, I want this type of dress, or maybe they just come in, I want a dress, do you tell them this is what you need to sew, or what do you do?
At first, I listen to them.
Okay.
I observe. There are some customers that come in and honestly, they don't even know what they want. And there are some that come in and they know what they want, but what they want ain't good enough. So first thing you do is listen. It's more like them going for, how do I call this, forgetting this word, is it counseling? There's consultation. Yeah, and they're like fashion consultation. I want to wear it. Then as they ask you what's the color of your day, like how many guests you want to have, what does your guest like? No, everybody always dreams of this color, and then you want to bring it into reality. So your ashemi and everything. So by the time I sit down with you, I start listening to you. The first thing I would observe is your style. Whether you're the type that can take it when you're out there and people are like God, like they really has the mind of coming out. It doesn't care what people say. That's his style. You get. So first of all, I have to observe the kind of person you are, because if I do something that is way too crazy for you, even if it's that beautiful, you'll be like, I'm not sure, you might run inside if you're the shy type. So I have to first of all look and observe you. Then afterwards, I can follow up. Then I work with what you bring into my table, not your funds. No, like maybe your fabrics. When I look at your fabrics, then I can tell, and you bring a style, and I can tell what perfect style will go for that fabric. So that's just it.
Okay, do you also design according to body type,
Yes.
body shape?
Yes, very important. That's why a lot of fashion design works with models, because the model can model almost all outfits. It suits them, you get. But then if you don't have the body of a model, don't come thinking that you can come wear something and look like a model. That's the problem a lot of people have. You're pregnant and you want to wear something that a size 6 is wearing with a flat tummy and you're expecting a figure 8. Where would the figure 8 come from?
The want is snatched.
Yeah, where do you want it to come
Something
from?
like that.
That's the point. So you have to realize that that's the first thing. Like I said, I have to listen to you first. Listen to you, your style and everything. It doesn't mean that somebody who is pregnant cannot have that figure, but the only place you can have that figure is at your hips. Then we can put an extra pad of hips for you. Because we can't do anything about the tummy. And if you're like, my bust is way too flat, then we can also increase the bust. Not artificial, but then increase it, padding it, stuff and that. Then at least, because you can see some shoots, maternity shoots that you will see, the shape in the hips and the bust. So that's just the thing.
Oh. Okay, listening to your story is epic, and listening to it, you think you don't go through any challenges in this fashion world. So can you tell us, are there any challenges you faced bringing up your fashion business?
There are so many challenges, and the funny thing about life is that the better it becomes, it seems more tougher. A lot of people feel like, okay, yeah, Brigade now has no problem, but funny enough, he has more problem than you think he has. So there's a lot of challenges. Sometimes challenges could be monetarily, financially, and also dealing with what is happening in the society. Like Nigeria right now, the way goods are going up and coming down, that's deflation and inflation of goods and commodities, is costing a lot. Now you find out that what is in everybody's mind right now is just to be able to eat. You get, now nobody has that time to purchase those things at the said amount they ought to, and governments are not even doing anything about it. No, it's a big challenge, because then if all you have in your mind is good, it's not even about making a living out of it, but then trying to make your customer happy. Like you have a brand to protect. I won't, because this person is not paying and I'll do something that ain't nice. It's a challenge. Do you understand? So if these things could be settled, if we could have probably a fixed price, it's better. If we could even have a price that thereby everybody can feel like, yes, we can afford it, it's better. So I just think the biggest challenge that I have, I don't know about any other person in this
Fashion line?
Yeah, is government. Nigeria government is my challenge. So we need to kind of adjust ourselves. Like, we try to do things whereby we feel like even those who are starting up can be like, if I have this particular amount of money, yeah, I can start up. It's beautiful. Yeah, so government.
Yes, you know, you're very right. You know, looking at the hike in prices of goods these days is really nothing to write about.
It's just too much.
It's just too much. Thanks for staying with us on the show. I hope you are able to get one or two things from that epic story we got from Igbobi Ifunanya. Like I used to say, whatever you're doing, you can start wherever you are. And one day, you can also be here on the show, where we have to interview you as a fashion influencer. Don't forget to like, comment, and also subscribe to this channel if you haven't subscribed. You can also put down in the comment section any fashion influencer you want us to interview. Sure, we will really go there to interview them. Signing out is your favorite girl, Marilyn. Till I come your way again, bye.